Right guys, welcome back. We are going to go over today's analysis, see what the markets have done, see if we can figure out where the markets are going to go. So right now it is currently Wednesday, the 14th of May 2025 at 9 o'clock UK time. So if we pull up the charts, so starting off with AUD CAD. This is what I said on Monday would happen. So it's done that move. So AUD CAD, not really interested right now. Possible buy around this sort of area. Literally exactly the same setup as this. So we've got consolidation, bounce back and forth, break, retest to these highs. You know, comes back down, enters. I mean, you could have entered this twice, to be honest, there and there. So now broke past these highs, might consolidate again, come back down, enter again. So that's all we're looking for is repeat setups. AUD CHF hasn't done what we thought would do. So again, just be patient, waiting for that one to come down. AUD JPY, it is on its way back down. So I said on Monday, I thought it would come down somewhere around here, test these highs, fill in this gap, continue pushing up. Ties come down a little bit. I would be considering just holding out, sitting on my hands, waiting for it to come down to this level somewhere. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, still not interested. AUD USD. So this went against what I thought would happen. I thought from this high it would continue to push up, come back down. Looks like it's rejected, pushing past, and it will either now decide to come down here, break and retest, or it will continue to do that, break and retest on these highs. So similar, going back to where was it? AUD CAD. If you start to look at the charts, similar pattern, consolidating, break, retest, consolidating, break, retest maybe. So as you start to look here, we've got that consolidation. So now we're just looking for that break and retest above or break and retest below. As for now, do absolutely nothing. Bitcoin, I don't really trade Bitcoin, but we'll just have a quick look. It's just in the middle of no man's land, in my opinion. Wait for a break and retest. CAD CHF, beautiful. I would not have entered here. Purely and simply, you do not want to be entering on this solid red candle. I did put that in the other day though, as an example, but we'll remove that for now. So had I have spotted this at the time at 2 p.m. or 10 a.m. those are probably the best two times to trade. We would have seen this massive shooting star candle, and then on the next one, so as this candle closed right here, so it would have been there, you could have gone into a nice entry on this candle open, and you would have had, let's say you did 15 pips and 30 pips, you'd have almost hit TP, but you could have put your TP somewhere up here, had a nice little 3 to 1. That would have been a nice little entry. We'll leave that for now though. Obviously that's done its move, so that's a no-go for anything. CAD JPY, considering we've got a bullish engulfing candle where this candle is completely bigger than the last candle above and below, so I would be considering a buy to the upside now, take out these highs. So let's say you bought this now, nice little, you know, give your trade room to breathe, 25 pips, easily a 2 to 1 up here. But if you wanted to target these highs, that'd be a nice 4 to 1. We'll leave that on. You know, it has retested all these. So you've got touch, touch, touch. It's tapped into this space here that needed to be filled. Similar with, where was it? Similar with here, space to be filled. So it's tapped in. Just wait for that now, see if that pumps up. Had CHF JPY, sorry. So this didn't continue to push up. Instead, it did the opposite. I would hold on for this one. I mean, if you used to look at something like a Fibonacci retracement, it would be perfect for a buy scenario. However, it's kind of just in the middle of nowhere. We haven't really got any higher highs, higher lows at the minute. It's just been consolidating. So personally, you could risk maybe taking a buy to the upside. Let's say if you used to buy now, again, give your trade room to breathe, 25 pips or so. Nice little 2 to 1 there. If you used to target the tops, that'd be an 8 to 1 trade. Even if you did a 30 pip, still have a 6 to 1 trade, which is very good. Euro AUD, not a lot happening. Possible sell opportunity. Euro CAD, Euro CHF, Euro GBP. These are trades I haven't been interested in. I said I would wait for a pullback. It has pulled back, so I would consider getting into a buy opportunity now. We have a bullish engulfing candle, which means this candle is completely engulfing the previous candle. So I would consider a buy to the upside here somewhere now. So let's say you bought in here, 25 pip, and easily a 2 to 1. If you used to ride it all the way to the top, it'd be almost a 4 to 1. So that would be my thought process on Euro JPY now on what to do. Euro New Zealand, not interested right now. Euro USD, again, this is what we was talking about the break and retest. So we've got the you got the lower low, lower high, lower low. It's come up, retested this lower low right here, coming back down now. Entry around this level, target somewhere down here. Again, targeting down here. If you come across the left, always look to the left. Got all these tap-ins. Let me just draw this up for you actually. So something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And again, if you used to draw that as an area, get into a nice sell as it's leaving, which it is. It's below the 50. You could easily get a nice little 2-3 to 1 there. GBP AUD, GBP CAD. So I said I would be looking for a sell opportunity if it broke this trend. Looks like it's obviously pumped up. It's tested all these highs, so I would just sit tight, see what happens. GBP CHF, I said about retesting and pumping up on Monday, Tuesday. It did pull back, however, it didn't quite tap in. You know, if you was a bit impatient and entered this trade, you would have made profit. However, me personally, I would have waited. But if you're impatient, you could have caught that one. Looks like it's starting to come down now. However, might not come all the way down on GBP JPY. We've got a bullish engulfing candle again. Fair value gap. If you don't know what these are, I will go over fair value gaps, bullish engulfing candles, trends, block, etc., etc. I will start to make some videos and explain all of this for the analysis. Buy opportunity, possibility coming in 40 pips, easily a 2 to 1. Target the high, 4 to 1. Possibility. They're not interested. Not interested, not interested. Let's have a look what's happening on here. So I said about pumping up, which it did, come back down. It's tapped in lovely at these levels. I would just continue to wait. We do have a massive push down here. So I would wait for some sort of reversal maybe. I mean, it might continue to come down here. So I would wait on this one, possibly just to see what lies within. Again, similar. We've got the gap here, and it's left. This has come down. If you look at the next one, it's had a massive push down. I still think there's room for it to come down more. Tapping down here, we've got all these highs here. We've got this gap that needs to be filled or possibly filled. So possibly look for a buy. Tapping into the 50 EMA would be beautiful, kind of like these. It's tapped in, pushed up, tapped in, pushed up, tapped in, pushed up. So kind of possibly repeat history into the same here. New Zealand US dollar. I said personally I would look in for a sell. This is one of them trades where you do lose. That's just the reality of it. So I said initially on, what day was this? Tuesday. Tapped in, I would have looked for a sell. Had I have took this trade, I would have lost. It is what it is. But now, so that one would have lost. Now, you know, this is where you just keep up your analysis, keep the zones. It's obviously a point of interest, this zone. I would be looking for a buy now. Buy side, let's say 15 pips, just give you space. I think this was 50, was that 50? Oh, that was 20 pips. So let's say you did the same there somewhere. You'd have had a nice 2 to 1. If it starts to push back up, you could hold it to here, or if you wanted to hold it for those long trades, be a nice 6 to 1. Let's just say you wanted to do a nice 2 to 1. That would be a very interesting trade that I would take personally. USD CAD, not interested. CHF. Right. This right here is a perfect example, USD CHF, of all these tops, break, retest, fill the gap, entry, TP. Perfect. Which one was it? Perfect scenario for here. All these tops, all these tops. Got a gap that needs to be filled, coming down. If you look at that one, was it this one? Yes, it was. Perfect scenario of the same. Good God, which one was it? This one. And this one, perfect scenario of coming down, filling the gap, coming down, filling the gap, tapping into the tops, TP hit. And again, it's just this. You do have to look at the patterns and other charts to see what is going on, because exactly the same, perfect example, top, gap that potentially needs filling, comes down, enter that, ride that all the way to the top. Happy days. XAU USD. This is one that I drew on my live stream for an entry. So we had a wedge pattern forming. As it broke through, drop it down a little bit. I think it was the 1 hour I entered on. Yes, it was. So we obviously below the 50 EMA, we've got a nice wedge forming. So we had all these taps, 2, 3, 4 taps, 5 taps, 1, 2, almost 3, break, retest, push down as it broke this low, sell. I mean, that was a huge push. So if you entered as it broke that, it actually went down 53 pips, which is huge. So if you'd have done a 10 pip stop loss, you'd have had an easy 5 to 1 right there. Easy 5 to 1. So that is my analysis so far for the day. We've got a couple of TPs that would have hit. We've got 1 or 2 stop losses that would have hit. but that's part of trading. You can't win them all, but as long as you can get more wins than losses, which we have done right there, I think it was 1 or 2 would have hit stop loss, but we've got 5, 6, 7 that would have hit TP. So the TPs outweigh the stop losses, which is all you want in trading. As long as you can keep that up, that's all that matters.